Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We randomed the Lost on our last run and won. Judas? Not even close. Freaking Lazarus. I was off by like 9. Here's our seed for today. JT7M4BJ9. Oh, yes, please. Doesn't even make any sense. Alright, so Lazarus. Got to reacquaint myself with Lazarus a little bit. Basically, we're going to do whatever we have to do on this floor, and if we take damage, good. Algiz is really good. Tears Up is really good, okay. And then we're going to try to, well, if we find HP, well, that was not necessary. If we find HP, we're going to find a productive way to die so that we can actually get the damage bonus and still be at relatively the same amount of HP, or a similar amount as well. At least, I should say. Didn't hear any consumables drop. So if we get a bomb, first things first, we get a chest. Then we get another chest. Then we get the key. This room's, we got a big one, we got a tiny one, we got a blue one. It's like a freaking Clifford the Big Red Dog's wedding or something in here. You might be asking me to explain myself. What do you mean it's like Clifford the Big Red Dog's wedding? I have to admit that immediately upon saying it, I pretty much had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Alright, 2 Spirit Hearts is an incredibly good haul. So what we're going to do is come back here and then we'll crack, ooh, open, that used to be a chest. Now it is no longer a chest. It is a sack. That's weird. We'll open it, and we got another bomb and a battery charge. Let me open the other one. We got another bomb and a couple of cents. I think at this point we trade a bomb for the key. And then I think, even though this is like risky, we're going to kill ourselves on the fire and then take our 2, oh, they didn't even see this guy right here. We're going to take our 2 Spirit Hearts and be on our merry way. It seemed like a good opportunity to put us in a position where we were fine, I guess, for the future. Now we have roughly the same amount of HP, although none of it is in Red Hearts, or at least not as much of it is in Red Hearts as it used to be. We still haven't found our item room on this floor, so we're going to be looking for that as well. It's always, you know, it's just the truth that when you're on a Curse of the Lost floor, it always seems like it's 10 times larger. But does this floor not seem like really large? I feel like we've done like so many rooms and still have not yet found our item room. How many rooms can there even be on a Burning Basement 1? Like maximum 10? Something like that? Alright, to be honest with you, I don't really care what we get from Monstro. Normally you do care as Lazarus, but because we have so many Spirit Hearts, HP is non-urgent. If we got it, I'd still be pretty pleased to set us up for the future, but I would also be like completely safe picking up DPS here. And then, you know, you get into some items that are maybe inconsequential, like Latchkey or something. I'll take it, but yeah, Growth Hormones is a sweet pickup for us here. Also, not just a damage upgrade, but gives us some future considerations, so I am pro-growth hormones here. Pro-growth hormone. I became a dog temporarily. Alright, there's our item room. Inside of our item room, we find a tiny planet. And I'll take it because I'm not a little bitch. Another Spirit Heart, too. Now we're going to eat shit a little bit because of our somewhat not amazing rate of fire, but not a big deal. Trying to think, for deals with the devil, what do we want now? Because we're going to get one on the next floor, probably. What do we want that gives us the best chance of getting some good stuff in the future? I'm trying to will an arcade into existence here. I would love Lump of Coal. I would love Death's Touch. After that, any kind of damage increase. Direct or indirect. So, you know, Incubus, Succubus. Ooh, there we go. 5th Cent. Okay. So Algiz could work out really nicely for us on the next floor. As a result of the fact that we could create an arcade. Mostly I'm just happy we finally got that to work. So far, so good. It's another Burning Basement. Hopefully this one's a little less outrageously large than our last one. 3rd key is not as valuable as our first bomb, which we could use to access that Tinted Rock. But let's just file that one away in the memory bank. We got a Tinted Rock available at our leisure. We do have access to this boss trap room should we want to do it, and I probably do. If I could actually hit these guys. Yeah, Gemini's actually nice. It's kind of like we've hedged our bets a little bit because it just hits enemies. We don't have to worry about any tiny planet shenanigans. Might not be worth it for just a regular chest. Addicted is a bad pill that's very rarely actually manifested as horrible because of the fact that at least I usually take pills like when I'm at the end of a room, so not that big of a deal. Is it worth 1 key and 5 cents to buy a bomb and then blow up this tinted rock? Luckily, we didn't even have to finish that thought, really, because we just finished the thought for ourselves as a result of just picking up that bomb randomly. I don't know what I'm talking about. Is there another tinted rock down and around here? There must be one back here. I want small rock. I want to be able to kill things faster because of the fact that tiny planet makes it harder to hit. Sweet. That might be the ideal outcome for us right now. Picking up basically the fuel that we use to get the spirit heart as well as the spirit heart. So we got a bomb back as well as a spirit heart for the cost of a bomb. So we can, you know, it's sustainable. You'd rather get that than 2 spirit hearts once in most situations. Just ate a granola bar. And I don't know why the granola always, like, sticks to my throat. You don't notice, if you're going to be saying, that's crazy, man. Nah, dog, you've probably never eaten a granola bar and then talked for, like, 50 minutes straight right afterwards. It messes your throat up. I don't know why, but it's been, like, a recurring problem. It's something that Nature Valley probably has never had to deal with, really, before. Maybe we'll wait. Okay, well, I mean, we shouldn't have waited in hindsight, but I'll tell you what. Well, Alga is this guy. Definitely taking both of these. I just hope that maybe we can get, like, ceremonial robes to go along with it. So Algiz could give it to us for free. Come on. Don't make me actually use my HP at any point here. It's unacceptable. One of these days, he's got to pay out. We do get like 2 free plays after our Algiz runs out. Oh, don't do me like this. This is just ridiculous. That was our 1 free play. Hey, it actually worked out that we got speed plus range. We'll take this one, I guess, on the house, and then got Guppy's tail as well. What's our card? The Magician. Tears up. Very good. Infested. Question marks. Question marks not that bad. And then we still get Super Bandage to roll on here. Okay, so we're in a very, very, very good position right now. We pretty much, I wouldn't say like we can't lose, but I'd say we're pretty unlikely to lose. We're 1 away from Spun, 2 away from Guppy. We've got good damage. HP's totally fine, and also like renewable because of the fact that we have the nail. So now those battery charges, we got something to do with them. And I mean this sincerely, the only thing that could fuck us on this run is that I'm a perennial idiot. My idiocy is always in bloom, and I took Tiny Planet because I've got something to prove. I gotta show the internet I don't have a tiny dick or something. Well, Tiny Planet is, most of the time, is a bad item. That was definitely not worth using our only key on. But it's a bad item that is A, fun, because it completely changes the way that you play the game, and B, can occasionally blossom into something that's beautiful. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet, but we are only on the 3rd floor of the game, so we don't have to be too bent out of shape. And, you know, Tiny Planet usually fucks you early, and the reason it usually fucks you early is because you find yourself in a position where you've got, like, Tiny Planet and nothing else going for you. So you got, like, no damage, you have to hit enemies 13 times each to kill them, and then you have Tiny Planet, which makes it impossible to hit them. We're not in that position, you know? We hit enemies once or twice and they're done. Most of them, anyway. Could always be better, but could also be worse. Let's keep moving on here, and I just want to make sure that we're... Yeah, this is worth it. For at least the 1 key. We'll go back to our item room. Got our Spirit Heart, obviously. We have Precedent as well. That's something that on Lazarus runs you don't always have the chance to get. Mongo Baby's pretty good. For a, basically, again, another guaranteed bit of damage. Which is something that Tiny Planet can't say. Tiny Planet is one of those items that, even though it's bad, at least for my videos, it's not horrible, but not Tiny Planet, that is, but one makes you larger. People always complain about me picking up Cursed Eye, and they go, when does Cursed Eye ever help you? Nobody ever complains about Tiny Planet. They complain about it when they pick it up for themselves, but when I pick it up, they're like, oh, the absolute madman, I can't believe he's done this, you know? It's like, You know, if you go hard on the absurdity for one item, you got to at least... I'm not saying you have to go hard for every item. I'm just saying you got to respect the absurdity on the other items as well. There are many... that was bad. There are many absurd items I just, you know, refuse to touch. How did I not get hit there? But Tiny Planet is not one of them. I got no problems going for Tiny P. I decided to use the Magician for the Frail just because I really don't want him to have a chance to do too many of those bullshit Brimstone attacks. It actually worked out, like, really nicely. Now, this is where we really, really want Lump of Coal. It's so good with Tiny Planet. Of course, it's just like a straight 50-50 shot here. But I would love Tiny Planet. Lump of Coal, not Krampus's head. Nah, yeah, okay. That's really good. That is going to help us out a great deal. These shots are going to get humongous as they rotate around here. And we're still pretty much right on top of a boss rush potentiality. Boss rush with the nail seems completely doable. You know, we get a Spirit Heart every 3 waves. That's pretty good. Sure, let's pop this and do it. Ah, beautiful. We got ourselves teleported out, and, yeah, take Goathead. We don't need to take Missing Page 2. Goathead is well worth the cost of doing business here. Easiest room of our lives. This time, we might want to use our only key on the shop, specifically for the nail, because it benefits so much from so many different shop items. Like, if we can get, you know, Nun's Habit, 9 volts... I've been talking about this, you know, since the nail's been in the game, which has been since, like, November of 2011. But for real, those items basically make the game like an instant win. Not an instant win, but a guaranteed win. It's crazy to think about, but, like, the nail, for a time, was an item that people were really sick of me using. People were like, oh my, can you beat a run without having the nail for once? Back when there were only, like, you know, just over 100 items maybe in Isaac. The nail was one that people were actually like a little bent out of shape about. They thought it was too overpowered to be exciting, which is kind of funny to think back on. It's not a powerful item. It's very good, but it doesn't have that same kind of mystique that it had, you know, 4.5 years ago, where I was like, this is the best item in video game history. Now, for other tier effects, now that we've actually gotten Lump of Coal, what would be beautiful? Any form of piercing shot, I'm not going to be too picky. Even Dead Onion, you know, we can get shot speed ups later. Having the ability to hit multiple enemies with each shot and have the shot survive is valuable. Very valuable for us. Let's get these shots out here and then get ourselves out of there as quickly as possible. I don't want to be in a dangerous position. That is not going to be a secret room, but doesn't matter. D100, huh? Yeah, I didn't mean to place a bomb. Sure, we'll use the D100. We'll get weird. This is already pretty good. I did get rid of Tiny Planet, but I did so to make the run more interesting, I think. Will we continue to use the D20? Yes, even though this run is, like, quite good right now. Figured why not buy basically everything, right? Even though this run is quite good right now, we'll continue to use the D20, or sorry, the D100 until we hit on something that's either unfathomably great. That was unfortunate. Let me just get out of here. Unfathomably great, like I can't imagine ever re-rolling it, or hilariously weird or broken. So we're not quite at hilariously weird or broken yet. This is just like very strong. We also just lost our goat head chance, but whatever. We got the mom transformation. We're going to be aggregating a lot of transformations throughout this. Forget that room. Now we're in this Rush Hour, starring Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. One more enemy, maybe? Perhaps? We got our Beelzebub transformation, so we can fly now. We're looking for that extra guppy item, so that we can, you know, aggregate that as well. I think we need 2 guppy items at this point, actually. I don't know, do we have Fruitcake? Is that what's going on here? Or do we just have Holy Light? Because Holy Light's pretty good. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so these all give us a benefit, but also, if we can D100 in this room, we could turn this into a 5 times item room. Excuse, thank you. Okay. If I'd known that this existed earlier, I would have tried to take more advantage of it. But yeah, this definitely gives us actually like a huge benefit. It gives us 5 items that we could reroll every single floor into something completely different. Multiple times every single floor into something completely different. It's a strange world we live in. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a strange world. I don't know why it's like Fire Mine is hitting me. I don't really care. We're basically invincible. Sweet. We will buy that battery charge if we need to. I don't want to breakfast myself. Like, that is just not fun. That's the dangerous endpoint of a run like this, is having not fun because you used D100 too much. So we'll reroll these. We got our conjoined transformation. Is this good? I don't necessarily believe so. No, I wouldn't necessarily say so. Absolutely not. Wouldn't even think about it. Sweet. An extra key compensates for the one that I lost. Whoa! Okay, so I was gonna say admittedly conjoined plus tractor beam is really good, but we don't have conjoined plus tractor beam. We have conjoined plus tractor beam plus Dr. Fetus. This is a synergy that is broken, so it fulfills one of the criteria, but it's not quite what I want yet. I want something. I really thought that those would actually go through the wall because of continuum. I figured we'd do some science there. There we go. Now we've got it. This will give us an orbital that I guess we'll re-roll on this floor, but we'll pick up Cursed Eye, of course. The curse might not even be changed every time. We're doing it anyway. Take PhD. PhD gives us bombs or key, which is really good, and then we take money equals power and move on. All right, so we just added 5 more items to our stack that'll get rotated every single time. That's pretty dope. I know people always are too quick, or so quick at the very least, to be like, well, you fucked it up, you had that cool synergy with the bombs, and now you're never gonna get anything like it ever again. We're gonna get something like it, I promise you. We're gonna get something better. Mathematically, of course, there's no way that I could promise you that with certainty, but I can promise you that beyond a certain degree of doubt. People always, in my experience, and by my standards at least, always pull the trigger a little bit too early, or they've not even pulled it, like abandon the gun a little too early with the D100. With the D100, you gotta wait, man. You gotta have some patience. It's like negotiating for a, buying a car or something like that. You wanna make sure you're actually getting what you want, not just, voting out of impatience. So, the bombs are cool. It will get cooler, I promise. Even though I can't, of course, obviously promise that. It's ridiculous. Looks like we have number 2 on this one. Deal with the devil gives me some guppy stuff. Deal with the devil gives me some guppy stuff. That's not guppy, but it is incubus. And then an extra ability to fly, which we take for the ability to reroll. That's not incubus, that's succubus. But anyway, let's just reroll cube of meat straight away, right? There's spun. Torn photo's pretty dope. I have no idea what that is. That's like soy milk, Monstro's lung, Libra. Alright. Cool. That's weird. That's gonna make... Apicac obviously is in there. That's gonna make for some interesting moments here. I imagine this is like quite a lot of damage. Do I want to do boss rush? Yes, but you should brace yourself. If I do boss rush, we probably will not be re-rolling ourselves very much on boss rush just because of the danger associated with it. Like, we could breakfast somewhat easily. This run's pretty fun. We are raining death from above, but I actually feel like I'm probably just gonna re-roll it instead. Okay, we got some Midas Touch technology action here. It's Tech 2, unfortunately, but, it's still pretty sweet. It's again, oh, yeah. Pretty sweet. It's not a, like 100% amazing guaranteed setup we've got going on here. It's mostly, like, just pretty good, but, we can get something cooler. I'm waiting on a cool synergy. Usually cool synergies involve, like, Tech X. Nobody's sick of seeing Tech X yet. Pick up this guy, because he will be gone soon anyway, and then 3 question marks. I don't know. Do we reroll yet, or do we wait until we kill Mom? Maybe we wait until we kill Mom. Go into boss rush, see what's in boss rush. If there's good, maybe we should reroll before we go into boss rush in case we like what's in boss rush. Then we can use it for 4 or 5 rooms. Let's hit our deal with the devil. It's empty vessel. That's okay. Obviously, we'll take the Polaroid. That won't reroll. Then we'll reroll ourselves. We got some Spoonbender Infestation 2 action. Number 1 as well. Damage kind of sucks. Serpent's Kiss is awesome, but there's no way I'm sticking with this run long term, so we're not taking any of that stuff. And there's also people get way too, like, scared, is what I want to say, about, like, one bad reroll. They go, oh, now you've done it. You've breakfasted yourself. Nah, dog. We just have probably, like, mini mush or something that makes our shots look smaller. I think Scorpio does that as well. Like, I think it's... We have deceptively... Well, we have Proptosis, or at least $3 bill, yeah. We have deceptively good damage right now. Plus, we're like, 10 seconds away from a reroll, so don't get too bent out of shape about it yet. Infestation 2 is also dope, of course. Well, that's clearly incredibly risky. 48-hour energy. We'll save it for when we really get a shitty roll. Okay, so we got Fungi Transformation. We also have Marked. We got Marked and Ludovico. No. Or not Ludovico, but, what am I trying to say here? Blue Baby's only friend. Alright. Now, we've stuck with a couple of the same items through multiple rerolls now, so I actually am getting a little nervous that maybe this is our final form, basically. Now, we do have Isaac's Heart here, which is horrible, but obviously Tech X is beautiful. So I'm kind of enjoying what we've got going on right here. Do you see the size of the shots from Fate's Reward as well? They don't happen that often, but when they do happen, they're incredible, man. I don't know. I'm skeptical to go for another reroll so soon, simply because we may breakfast ourselves. So maybe I'll wait. I'll tell you what. Right after Mom's Heart, I'll do so. I promise. Because this run, although we have Tech X, it's cool. It's not that zany. As much as I hate to admit it, because the damage is disgusting. Like, our run isn't that zany. I have to admit, though, I really love, like, low shot speed Tech X and the way these, like, circles just march towards the exit here and basically shit on whatever enemy they find. On small rooms, they also overlap with the center of the screen, which is amazing. I think we have Holy Mantle. If we could find a self-sacrifice room on this floor, we could definitely go fight Mega Satan. Like, that's obvious. This is some of the most damage I've ever had. We pretty much just shoot and the enemies die from one hit. The stars? Okay, up to the cathedral. I am going to reroll this run just to see what we get. And we'll see what it is, and hit the reroll button here, and we got Mom's Knife, Proptosis, Ludovico Technique, Pyromaniac. This one also seems, like, really good. I mean, it's not as good, because I actually have to manually aim my own shots here, but it's still, like, pretty freaking solid Mom's Knife, Proptosis, related shenanigans here. We've also had full health non-stop for, like, several floors. I guess part of that's what not getting hit will do for you. And I'm at the point where I'm, like, too lazy to pick up Spirit Hearts, because I'm like, we'll just get another one when we reroll. Don't worry about it. Let's reroll again. That is almost too easy. Now we got, like, Epic Fetus. 6 shots. There's some delicious Polyphemus action in there somewhere. I hope this is... I'm very sorry about that. Nothing we can do, unfortunately. Alright, that'll be the end of this then. We'll head down to the next floor. Usually, Epic Fetus is where you start to get a little scared. Wow, we 3-shot Isaac there. That's a little ridiculous. This will go down as a win. I think it's fair to say. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, the D4. These are all bad. All bad spacebar items. I've rerolled ourselves. We're past the point of potentially breakfasting ourselves, so we should definitely, like, cool it, because pretty soon we're going to be on exclusively breakfast. It's unfortunate. We probably should have stuck with the Tech X, but I was like, we can push it a little further. I didn't realize how much we'd rerolled. I mean, the run's only been 21 minutes long, so like we've been pushing it pretty hard here. This is a great teleportation. Wow, we're right on the boss fight. Tell you what, let's not be a little bitch. I've re-rolled ourselves. Now we're gonna fight Blue Baby, having breakfasted ourselves, but at least we have Magic Mush, huh? That's a classic. Rate of Fire is not horrible. Lord of the Flies is giving us some flies, too. Why do it like this? I don't know, because I just had to see. I had to push the limits of our experiment and see what happened. And yes, certainly Epic Fetus one-hitting every enemy and also dropping 6 hits per bomb was a better setup than what we've got going on right now with conjoined, you know, 10 bombs. Halo of Flies. But we're going to win regardless because of the D100's ridiculous strength. So there you go. There's your, you know, 23-minute long run there as Lazarus, of all characters. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.